Hey everyone, it's Tom here. We are back again with another edition of Punnit, the competitive wordplay game show podcast. We have three new guests to this new format. One of them's been on some old episodes in the past, and we'll touch on that. But yeah, we are, you know what we do over here. We give our contestants some random sets of categories to mash together. We hopefully hear some enlightening wordplay. We definitely hear some terrible wordplay and all the stuff in between. So yeah, I can't wait to hear from these three gentlemen today. But just before we do, of course, please subscribe to the show. Please go back through the archive. If you really enjoy the show and you really want to give back, you can support us on Patreon and you get access to the next episode straight away, including the old archive as well, which is exclusively on there. Maybe you want to compete. Maybe you want to be like one of our three guys today. Well, you can get in touch with me, thepunpodcast@gmail.com. That's thepunpodcast@gmail.com. I'm always looking for contestants and new people to come on the show. So hit me up there. I'll give you a Zoom day. I'll give you some categories and we can go on from there, basically. So first of all, we have a guy that's been on the show many times. Quite a legendary battle rapper in the scene and a spoken word poet. You know him as Crafty. We know him as Danny. Craft, how's it going?
Yes, mate, all good. Nice to be back. Yeah, looking forward to hearing and sharing some terrible puns.
Indeed, indeed. And how has this been for you? You know, you're proper in the poetry spoken word, like, your elevated status in there. Like, how has this been kind of mixing these things and thinking about it?
Yeah, I think, it's all under that same umbrella of trying to
Mm,
push language in a weird way.
yeah.
Rap does that, battle rap does that, poetry does that. But just sort of standalone puns, in this kind of unique format, bringing, I most enjoy writing to very specific topics that you wouldn't otherwise encounter. So literally that idea of taking this genre,
Hmm.
meshing them together and trying to make puns, that's perfect for my just like fun, creative brain without having to think of work or a final product. So I love it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. They don't need to live in a song or a poem, do they? They just have to sort of exist outside
Yeah.
themselves. So, yeah, precisely. And next up, we've got someone new to the show, a poet himself. Clive, how's it going?
Yeah, good. I'm looking forward to this. I don't fancy my chances now seeing Danny here, but yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
And how has this been for you? Because I know obviously you do a lot of performance as well, but this is a very sort of specific thing. How has it been preparing?
I've loved it. I mean, there's one or two of the categories that I wouldn't consider myself very strong on, so I've had
Yeah.
to do the research, but it's been good fun. And yeah, it's
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, well, I'm really, really intrigued to hear what you all came up with. And finally, we have a good friend of mine from we met doing audiobooks in Oxford years and years ago, and we still stayed in touch. Javi, how are you, sir?
I'm very good. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you
It,
for inviting me.
it's great to have you here, and Javi's strengths, I should say, lie more in his rock starness. I mean, this is a front man in our midst right now, and we've bonded over a lot of music in that way. How has this been though, Javi? Because unlike Kraft and unlike Clive and unlike myself, you don't go on stage regularly and perform poetry and stuff like that. So how has this been constructing these?
Well, the first thing is actually that English is not my first, my mother tongue. So
Mm,
let's consider that. So that adds an extra layer of
yeah.
difficulty to this. But um, I've had a lot of fun preparing for this, and I have to confess, I asked for a lot of help because I just couldn't think of things myself, and
That
I
was,
I didn't get answers from other people, but
mhm.
help me come up with ideas and good answers. So
Yeah.
I don't consider that cheating. It's not cheating, is it?
No, 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 no. There's no, I mean, you've all did a drug test before the episode, of course, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
other than that, yeah, it's all fine. And like part of the fun of Punnit is just throwing something into a group chat and seeing, what people can do and where people can go with it. So yeah, these are our three contestants today. We have Javi, we have Danny, and we have Clive. So we have 3 rounds as always with Punnit. And our first round is 90s rappers and cocktails. So we're going through 90s rappers and cocktails. And just to clarify exactly what I said when I sent you this, I mean, you can sort of pass it yourself. But yes, essentially, so we are doing, any sort of known rapper from the 90s and any famous cocktail, any sort of term also associated with, making cocktails, mixology or whatever in the like. So Kraft, you are going to kick us off for this one, please. So can I get your first four 90s rappers and cocktails?
Yes, my first pun is Ice Cuba Libre.
Okay, yeah. Ice Cuba Libre and Clive, please.
Yeah, I had that one as well. So I'm going to go with Sazerac Keen.
Yeah, yeah, Sazeraki. Yeah, I like that. And Javi.
I guess we all had that one, to be honest. I actually just put Ice Cube, no pun intended, but that's not my answer.
Okay.
Answer is Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, yeah. Tupac Shake your shake. I like the shake, so I'll give Javi the inaugural point there. So craft your second, please.
I'm gonna go for DMX on the beach.
DMX on the beach is great. Clive.
Jeezy Angel Face.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Jeezy Angel Face and Javi.
Method Manhattan.
Had that one as well.
Method Manhattan, yeah. DMX, though. I'm going to go with Kraft with a point there. So, craft your third for 90s rappers and cocktails.
Wicked. Javi's was gonna be my next. I really like that one. I'm gonna go for Pim's Shady.
Yes.
That's
Pim
good.
Shady is nice. Clive.
Brandy Croster Rhymes.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Rundy Cruster. Javi.
MC Hammered.
MC Hammered is nice. Yeah. Pims, though. I'll give Kraft the point. So Kraft leading currently at 2. Clive at 0, Javi at 1. Still a lot of Punnit to play here. Kraft your fourth.
My next one is Nas Hopper.
Nas Hopper, the grasshopper, Nas Hopper. Clive.
Sidecar Andre 3000.
Yeah, yeah, Condre. I like the Nas. I like the Nas Hopper though. I will give Kraft the point. So Kraft on a run now. Kraft your final, please, for this round.
Yeah, we start scraping the barrel at this point, don't we?
Inevitably.
My next one is Champagne Flutes Maneuver.
Yeah, yeah. Roots, flutes. Okay. Clive, please.
Mahi Tone Loke.
Mahito and Loke, yeah. And Javi.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with this is really dull. 50 mil.
50 mil. Yeah, I like the tone Loke there, so I'll give Clive the point. So Javi and Clive at 1 apiece, Kraft at 3. As we get into our second round, which is Olympic events and the Farmyard. So again, Olympic event being the name of any event that's part of the modern Olympics. Olympians, anything associated with it. And the Farmyard is anything associated with that place, be it animal equipment, item, etc. So Javi, you're going to kick us off with this round, please. Olympic events in the Farmyard.
All right. Rake dancing.
Okay, rake dancing is nice, yeah. Clive?
Pigsty
Yeah, pigsty-athlon, I like. Craft.
I'm going for Pole Tree Vaulting.
Poultry. I like rake. I like rake, so I'll give Javi the point there. So Javi, your second.
Second would be tractor field.
Tractor field, yeah, track and field, tractor field. Clive.
Pentathlon.
Hentathlon, yeah, hentathlon's nice. Craft.
Stable Tennis.
Ah, I've got that one.
Table. I like hen. I like hen, so I'll give Clive the point. So Javi and Clive at 2 apiece, Craft at 3. Javi, your third.
Sheeple chase.
Sheeple chase, yeah, yeah, sheeple. Clive.
Oxless 4.
What was that, sorry?
Oxless 4.
Okay, okay, Oxless, yeah, yeah. And Craft.
My next one is Quackstro.
Quackstro. Yeah, I like Sheeple. I like Sheeple. So Javi's doing all right in this one. So Javi and Craft are at 3 apiece now. Clive at 2. Extremely close game. Javi, your fourth, please, for Olympic events in the Farmyard.
Hay jump.
Hay jump. Sure. Hay jump. Clive.
Calf Marathon.
Calf marathon is good. Calf marathon is clever. Craft.
Synchronized Swining.
Swining. I do like calf though. So everyone is at 3 points currently. Insanely
Ooh.
close game. As we get to our final answer, please, Javi, for Olympic events in the Farmyard.
Right. My final answer is badminton.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It was
Does
there.
it count?
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. I mean, we can stretch it however we want. Clive.
Parallel Barns.
Yeah, parallel barns and craft.
I'll go for egg basketball.
Egg basketball. I like Barnes. Clive will pull in front now with 4 points.
Ooh.
Kraft and Javi at 3 apiece as we get into our final round. I must warn you, this final round either goes really well or goes horrendously badly. So we'll see what you can do here. So here's how it's going to work, gents. I am going to give you a clue, basically, to a pun. And I'm going to describe it in a slightly cryptic way. So let's see, whoever can shout it out first will get the point. If there's too much time elapsed, we'll just move on to the next one. So just to clarify, Clive's on 4, Javi and Kraft on 3 apiece here. There are 5 final points up for grabs in round 3. So what can you come up with, please, for this sorry, what we're doing is famous monuments, famous places in the world, famous locations, tourist locations, that sort of thing, and food. We're mixing famous locations and food, okay? So the first one is this. This monument to presidents is made out of marshmallows. This monument to presidents is made out of marshmallows.
I mean, what? Can you repeat the
This
rules?
monument to presidents is made out of
No. The
marshmallows.
rules. It's
So it's almost like reverse Punnit. So I'm sort of, there is an answer, right, that has mixed these two things, and I'm giving you the cue for it. Okay, so you're out of time there. That's Mount Rushmore.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't get it.
Oh,
I
I'm
know.
sorry, Javi. I'm sorry, Javi. That's a crime. But that was Mount Rushmore. Let's move on to the next one. This Incan citadel is covered with ham and pineapple. This Incan citadel is covered with ham and pineapple. This might be one of them rounds. That's Machu Pizza. That's Machu Pizza there. Okay. What? Okay. How do I write this one? Okay. The cars are cutting cheese all over San Francisco. The cars are cutting cheese all over San Francisco. If I tell you it's a bridge, does that help? A cheesy bridge in San Francisco.
Is it the Golden State Bridge? But it's something to do with that.
The pun's there. You're close. You've said the right thing, but cheese. Think cheese.
Oh, got it. Golden State Brie.
You know what? I'll give you that. That isn't actually. It was actually Golden Great Bridge. But you said
what about the Golden Great Brie?
Yeah, I'm happy to give it for that. I'm happy to give it for that. So Javi and Clive now tied at 4 apiece. Kraft at 3. So we just have 2 more points up for grabs here. So let's see who can take this with this one. This famous what have I said here? Yeah, this famous Sydney concert hall is covered in creamy chocolate. Covered in creamy.
This is an absolute destruction on my general knowledge, which is terrible.
It's probably the most famous building in Australia.
I know the building, but I can't.
Yeah.
What? Go on.
It's covered in creamy chocolate. That was the Sydney chocolate
Opera
mousse.
Mousse.
Sydney chocolate mousse. Yeah, sorry, that will time you out there. So Clive and Javi still.
So I've got a delay here. So
Yeah,
sorry if I'm interrupting.
there is a slight delay. We did establish a delay before. It's a little hard with these time-sensitive questions. Okay, so what about this one? The king is having Ben and Jerry's in his London residence.
Buckingham Palace ice cream.
Pal ice cream. Yeah. Okay. So we have something that we've never really had on the show before, that being a freeway tie. Everyone is currently on 4 points, which is quite incredible. So I am now just going to have to scramble, basically, and make a pun on my own. I really should have thought of one beforehand. This often happens, but that's no problem. So let's see what we got here. Okay, yes. I don't think you're going to get this one, though. I just thought of one off the top of my head, but I'm like, I don't think these guys will actually know that. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. It's very hard to think of one on the fly here. Okay, I'm actually going to cut. I'll cut this in the actual episode. I'm just trying to think of what. It's very difficult to think of one on this. My bad, guys. My bad. This normally never ever happens, so I don't know why. Such a high quality
Special, but it's
contestants
never
here.
happened.
Yeah, I
So-
know it's such a pressure. Big. Okay. I think I've got one. Hang on. Let's just make sure I've got the description here. Okay. Okay. So we get to our tie break now because all of our guys are at 4 apiece here. So what can you come up with this for this one? This London clock tower is good for your digestion.
Big Ben digestion.
No, that's not. I mean, yeah, you got the tower, but it's good for your digestion. It's a sweet fruit. There's another clue. It's a sweet fruit.
Oh. Big Ben?
Big Ben is correct for Kraft there. Kraft takes it right at the death. He was silent in the third round, but that's mostly connection issues, I'm sure. But Kraft, you took it with 5 points. Well done.
It's a good excuse.
It is. How does it feel to
Yeah, I
come
was
back?
thinking of like really
Yeah.
sciencey terms within the body when you said digestion. I wasn't thinking of fruit.
Yeah. I know. It was all over. But how does it feel to take the victory?
Well, obviously, I'm humbled in the face of so many great puns, you know, and
Indeed.
you can only select one for each round. So, you know, it's luck. But what's very nice is hearing a lot of puns I'd come up with said by other people, and likewise when I said one, someone going, I had that,
Yeah.
and interesting where people had put them in their order, but also we'd all thought of ones we hadn't thought of as well. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
And is there any you'd like to share from either of the 2 rounds? Any good ones that you didn't get to say out loud?
Yeah, I had quite a few actually. So again, they got really bad. But where I had Pim's Shady, I also had Slim Shandy. So I was gonna go either way with that one. I had Woo Woo Tang Clan.
Okay, I like that, yeah.
And I had Old Fashioned Dirty Bastard, which I quite liked.
Yeah,
But
I
I thought
like
it was a
that.
bit
I like
convoluted.
that a lot, yeah.
And the same for Long Island Vanilla Iced Tea. Another convoluted one.
And any for the Farmyard and Olympic events?
The Farmyard, oh, I should have said also Moscow Mule Modi. I wanted to use that one, damn it.
Nice.
Olympic events and the Farmyard. Yeah, Butterfly Stroke was pretty fun. I had Marathon.
Nice.
Barnminton.
Yeah.
100 meter sprint. And about 10 others that just get progressively worse. I'm not going to go into.
Yeah. There's a lot of range there. And Javi, how was that? I know this was quite a stressful preparation for you, but I think you did great, man.
Yeah, I didn't expect to tie with such legends, so you know that's unexpected, but that was very fun. I loved it.
No, terrific. And now you're warmed up. We are going to go into a subsequent game shortly. But what about you, Javi? Anything you'd like to share that you on the drawing board or?
I had just a few that are really bad, but whilst we're here, Ice Tongues instead of Ice Tea, then Snoop Dos Equis.
Okay, right.
And I had Badminton instead of badminton, but
Mutton.
that's
Yeah,
getting
mutton's
better.
not bad. Yeah, it's clever. And finally, Clive, how was your first Punnit experience?
I loved it. It was great fun.
Yes, it was. It was very neck and neck there at the end, as it often gets in the third round. But yeah, anything more you'd like to share?
Not really. It's all pretty weak, shall we say? What I got left with, I had seed skating for the Olympic sports and the Farmyard.
Yeah. Seed skating.
B-52 pack for the wrappers and cocktails.
Yeah, it was. I think these were quite difficult ones. So you guys did very, very well. There's some hilarious ones there. And I want to urge everyone listening to get in touch with me, thepunpodcast@gmail.com. 90s rappers and cocktails, Olympic events in the farmyard, or indeed the famous landmarks and the food as well. So, Kraft, we'll start with you. Like, I know obviously you've got a lot of stuff out there, a lot of poetry, a lot of work, a lot of battles. Like, where do people find your stuff?
So I'm just on social media, basically on Insta, Twitter, and all those at Crafty Rap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be changing my handle soon, so I don't know how helpful that is. But yeah, you can find me online. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And Clive, what about yourself? Your work?
Yeah, I'm again like Danny, I'm on social media, mainly Facebook. I'm on Instagram, don't use it a lot.
Mm.
And I'm on Threads. I left Twitter a long time ago. Well,
Okay.
X as it's called now. But yeah, that's about it really. And yeah.
All right. All right. Excellent. And Javi, Purple Grace, right? We want to push people towards Purple Grace.
Ideally, yes. And Clive, I don't blame you for leaving Twitter. I'm on the verge, on the brink of doing so myself.
Yeah.
Yes, you can find our socials. We're on Instagram, we are on Spotify, Apple Music, but mainly Facebook and Instagram is where you can find everything about our band Purple Grace. And we are going to be releasing new music very soon. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll put all the links down below. And again, it has been a delight to be here with Clive and Danny and Javi going through these categories. And we'll be back next week to tackle some more. And if you just can't wait and you want to watch it right now, you can go support us on Patreon and get access to that and lots of other stuff as well. But until then, Danny, Clive, Javi, thank you again, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Big up.